Yeah, hi everybody. Long time no see. Short vlog update here for MyThai.org. But it's not about Thailand actually. It's about 9/11 since the anniversary of September 11 coming up. And yeah, the reason why I post this message is because HA Stream, which is the social media news channel for Al Jazeera News, just tweeted they would like to see YouTube messages where people talk about their experience of 9/11. Yeah, for all of those who don't know the term 9/11, go Google it. It should be a well-known term for everybody. Uh, it's pretty much short for September 11th, 9 September 11th, the day, 2001, when the Twin Towers in New York City were attacked by terrorists, and which changed our world completely, obviously. So yeah, since September 11th, sorry, is coming up, it's a good idea to recap and to think what I've experienced, where, and what happened. So yeah, what did I do? Actually, I just started an apprenticeship in a bank. Luckily, it's over, but I started an apprenticeship in a bank in September 2001. So I was working a few days only in the bank, and then 9/11 happened. And yeah, I was in a branch of our bank somewhere in a small village. And yeah, obviously you don't watch a lot of television while you're working in a bank. Um, and this was a small branch though, so we didn't even have the news channels running, which usually run on some television sets in banks. So we only had the radio, and yeah, it was a very busy day in the bank. Very busy, had a lot to do. Many people coming, and only 3 people working in our branch. So everybody was really busy, except of the apprentice, because it was a very busy day. So my colleagues didn't have really time to show things to me. They were running around, working all the time. I did some boring stuff, like apprentices do all the time, and yeah. So actually, I was the first to notice that something happened um, when the radios stopped to broadcast music and started to only broadcast news and talk about yeah the breaking news. When they all of a sudden they cut the music, say oh breaking news. The Twin Towers have been attacked, and yeah well I have to add. I'm from Germany, and I did my apprenticeship in Germany. So yeah, actually the news in USA, New York, they usually are mentioned in our main news, of course, but there are no breaking news. But since 9/11 was a very special occasion, unfortunately, yeah, they stopped broadcasting music all of a sudden. Yeah, breaking news: Twin Towers attacked, and then they started to play some slow and sad music maybe, and when it became clear what actually happened, what really happened, yeah, all broadcasting was stopped and only news were broadcasted. Um, yeah, I was listening to the radio, and when they said the Twin Towers have been attacked, that actually airplanes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York. Um, I for myself, I couldn't believe it. It somehow, yeah. First I thought it's a bad joke because some radio stations always play some stupid bad jokes about whatever. But since every radio station mentioned it in a short period of time, it became clear that that's not a joke, obviously. And yeah, I didn't know how to feel actually. It was quite yeah quite strange to hear. And yeah, as I mentioned, we didn't have a TV set, so I only could listen. And the guy on the radio with a really sad voice, he just described what he saw on television, and it was incredible in a very bad way. And I just sat there and I listened, and I became pale. And then my colleagues realized that something was going on, and they asked me, hey, yeah, what happened? And I said, yeah, listen to the news. Planes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York. And they say, hey, come on, you're kidding. That can't be true. That's not possible. I said, yeah, listen to the news. They said it all the time. The, yeah, Twin Towers are falling down. Planes have crashed. Terrorist attack. And yeah, I really couldn't believe it. My colleagues, they somehow tried to ignore it and they continued working. Uh, yeah, very strange feeling to see my colleagues going on with the work, which they had to do, obviously. Uh, but yeah, it was a very strange and weird feeling sitting there, listening to the voice telling you that there are too many people dying and a terrorist attack just happened in New York, uh, and seeing my colleagues going on with their work like as if nothing had happened. It was pretty weird and didn't feel very good. And actually, uh, yeah, I only worked for about 10 days in a bank, and this was the first time I already realized I wouldn't stay there forever. This is just if something like this happens, and your work just goes on like usual, it sucks pretty much. So yeah, this was the first time I realized I won't stay there forever. Anyway, but back to 9/11. Um, yeah, after yeah, work was finished, about 5 p.m. in Germany, I went back home. But actually, I didn't went to my home. I visited my dad. I somehow felt I don't want to be alone at this time. And when I drove home in my car, I listened to the radio, of course, and they describe it even more and in greater detail. And it was I became more sad, and yeah, I just felt I don't want to be alone, so I visited my dad, and yeah, we sat there and talked a little, watched. Then the first time on this day, I really turned on the TV, and my dad told me that all broadcasting has stopped after the terrorist attacks became news. Even like music channels, yeah, you all know MTV stopped broadcasting music videos, as well as our German music television and all other entertainment channels stopped broadcasting. And yeah, this is was quite sad, obviously, but also strange to see the world stop um, somehow. Yes, the work in my bank and all other main banks and whatever continued, of course, but yeah, the media industry, which I worked for a long time now, just stopped. This is quite unusual, and yeah, it made the whole situation more intense for us who were far away from America. Usually, you hear the news, you say, "Yeah, oh, sad." But if you really see and realize that everybody stops entertaining, yeah, it makes it even more dramatic, which it was obviously, and it was good. But it just increases the intense feeling you already had. And yeah, I was sitting on the sofa with my dad, and we couldn't really believe it actually. Usually when I meet with my dad, we're talking funny stuff all the time, and yeah, just making jokes and very ironic. And yeah, this was the first time in I don't know, yeah, actually it was maybe in 20 years, I don't know, the first time for a long time we didn't come up with any jokes about everything. We just sit there and yeah, being sad. Yeah, so you see, my story is not that heroic, dramatic, or whatever. It's just an average, uh, yeah, story of someone who was far away from America and received the news via media. Um, yeah, nevertheless, it was a terrible day, a very sad day, and it's hard to describe, but it somehow changed many of my beliefs and my motivation for doing things. Yeah. Example, I told you mm, I realized at this day already that I won't stay in the bank forever. Um, Even I just started there and worked there for 10 days. Uh, so yeah, it really yeah, affected my life. And I'm almost finished, but what I really hate was, it was the first time um, that where I realized how different some people can be or are. Example, I try to talk about it with my mom or with some friends from school, and they just said, "Yeah, too bad. Let's go on. It's just America," and this is what I hate. And um, yeah, this event showed me that there are still so many ignorant people out there. Um, yeah, it really, I have to say it again, it really sucks. It was 2001, now it's 2011, and there are so many ignorant, stupid people out there who say, I don't care, it's America, it's not me, and they deserved it because there are so many bad people and whatever. Yeah, fuck it. Sorry. Eh. Um, yeah, this was one thing that made me really mad on this day and after that day. And yeah, actually it still lasts until today, as you can see. Um, okay, but stop the ranting. Back to 9/11, and the bottom line um, was an incredible sad day. Even though I was far away from America, I did not have television in the first place. I was working in a bank, just starting my apprenticeship, listening to the events on the radio and the news. The radio stopped broadcasting music, just talking, spreading the word, and coming up with updates every minute, every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, whatever. And yeah, this was my first impression of 9/11, the first contact, so to say. And yeah, I really hope, of course, we will never ever experience something like this again. Uh, I think it's a good idea to reflect. I didn't prepare it, as you can see in the video, just thinking and talking. And yeah, I think I will reflect a little longer today, think more about it. Um, right now, as my viewers of my channel and readers of my blog know, I'm teaching in Thailand, and mm, so I stopped working in a bank. So I think I will ask my some of my students how they experienced it, and the younger students, if they actually know it, if they know what happened, and if they know the term and how they think about it over here in Asia. Mm, yeah. So long. Take care, and I'm curious to see what other people thought and think about it. Thanks a lot.